Good morning, everybody. Happy Easter. Happy Easter Saturday. It seems like all days are much the same to me, I'm afraid, but as I'm sure it does you. But we're still here and we're still happy, and so that's good. I've got two things to show you today. And so I'll wait till there's a few people on so that we can see everyone's there. And hi, Anne. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Angela. Got two things to show you, one of which you can see here at the moment, which is the Crafter's Companion. Morning, Jane. Morning, Jill. Hi, Di. And I'm also wanting to show you something that's actually in the sale today, and I can see already that a lot of people have helped themselves on the sale. I will be adding more things to the sale over the weekend, so if there's anything that you have got your eye on, there might be replacements, but there are, and we've gone. Oh, sorry about that. Don't know what happened there. Might have to open the door. Think I might do that. Hold on, just in case. I'd shut the door, you see, because of the staff. Now, the staff are not here at the moment. The staff have gone shopping on a sort of hunter-gatherer type of style, and gone with said list. Whether that list is adhered to or not is your guess is as good as mine. It never usually is, so why it should be this time, I really don't know. But anyway, there's always hope. But I have warned him that when he comes in, he might hear me sort of talking to myself. And I did say, I won't be talking to you. So, you know, sort of get on with it type of thing. Anyway, so let's digress. So I just wanted to show you one of the new stamps and die sets. It seems to be a bit... I don't quite know why it's faltering. It could be that there's just so many people on the net at the moment, so I do apologise if that's the case. But I will carry on. This is from Crafter's Companion. It's called Rose Bloom, and it is from the Beautiful Butterfly selection. It includes both a stamp set and a die set to cut out that same thing. All goes together and nice and matching, which is what I like to see. It's quite a simple idea. It's a two-step stamping. I don't think it is, June. I don't think it is. I think it literally is that so many people are on the internet at the moment. And sometimes that's what I found, that it seems to go a bit faulty then. So don't worry. When things are looked back, they tend to not be quite, it doesn't freeze so much. So let's hope so. Let's hope. Okay, so just going to stamp up my die set, my stamp set here. So you can see that I've got two stamps for the rose and two stamps for the leaves with this two-step stamping idea. So I'm going to take my stamping platform, and I've got a piece of super stamping white cardstock in there. I find that is probably the best one to go for, although these are okay, because they've not got too much detail on them, they're okay to use anyway. So I'm just going to put my stamp for my basic outline, which is the dark one, and then my shadow of my leaf. All right, and so I've got two colours. I've also got the dies, these die stamps. Oh gosh, get it right in a minute. The die ink pen, purely because I wanted to have a look and see what they're like, and they're very nice. All sorts of other die stamps, die pads, I'll get it right in a minute, are available obviously, but I just thought this is where we are. Morning Sandra, morning Carol, morning Alison, glad you found me. So I'm going to put them down onto my card, pick them up, and I'm going to use my now the phone. Oh, goodness me. Ignore the phone. Going to use my lightest colour of my two bits first. So I've got my lightest pink and my lightest green. Okay. And they are going to go on here. So I stamp them up. Okay, in that one, and then my lightest green onto my leaves here. Press that over, just pick up all of those. Okay, so then I'm going to take those off, and I'm going to line up my second set of stamps, which is the overlay part, over the top of them. So there is a definite that the stamp's rather stained, so hence why, because I've been using it a lot. So that sits over the top, and this one sits over the top of these, like so. Okay, so then I'm going to close my stamping platform, pick them up, and I'm now going to use my two darker colours. So my darker pink onto this one, and my darker green onto the leaves. So you can use any inks. Dye-based inks are probably the better, any that you would normally use. But obviously, if you're going for the rose, it's... Okay. And there you go. That's your two steps. So you've got the highlights picked out in the second stamp, and the same with the leaf. And then in your packet, you have got the matching dies that go with it. So one for the flower and one for the leaf. And they're quite simple to line up. I have already done them for you, but I will just show you that they are simple to line up. Oh, if I can get them out of the packet. They always stick, don't they? So just with a little bit of tape, and I found that that little bit that sticks out over the top, and stick that down, and the same with the leaf. It's just a case of they just sit over the top and run that through your die cutting machine. I'll just stick these back onto my sheet so that I know where they are. I will clean them off a little bit in a minute, but only in a minute. Okay, so that is for that. So then I'll run them through the machine, and that will come up with that. Put that back in. And I've taken advantage of running a couple through already. So I've got some here that I've already done, so you can see how they came out, and with the leaves like that. And so I've just, to put it all together, I've already put some for you, because I thought, well, you don't really want to see how you put a card together. So, but I will tell you, the papers are from the actual set as well. I have put them onto an A5 landscape card. So that's the size, if you want to know, in this particular case. I've chosen one of the papers, and I've given it a very 1/8 of an inch, a very thin border all the way around of black. I know it's a bit stark, but I think you'll agree in the end that actually that does look really quite nice. Then I've given myself another layer here, and I've added some tape onto the back. So I'll just take that off. And pop that into the centre there. Then I've chosen one of the frames that goes with the set. So that's the Nature's Garden Beautiful Butterflies Intricate Lace Frame. It's quite a large die. The size of it is just over 6 inches by 4 inches, or 15.5 by 10. So it's sort of like your A6 type size card there. And I've cut that out there. And I've cut it out with using one of the papers, so that it's exactly the matching pink, like that. And then I'm just going to do a little bit of a sentiment. So I've cut out a black stick-on in the centre there. And then I have got ready a little sentiment. So I've chosen one of the Crafter's Companion sentiments. So I'm going all Crafter's Companion here. And I'm just going to pop that one, have a wonderful day. Now, I want to make sure that I get that straight. So I'm just going to put over my template. And I'm just the word wonderful. this part of the wonderful is on one of the straight lines. And I think if you can get one of the words which you know is straight, then you should be fine. So I just pick that up, take off my template. The templates that I'm using are on the website, and they are the ones that are called clear templates. So they are about $3.99 for 10. There are two different sorts. There are the ones that are the ones that are like the acetate, and there's 10 in a sheet. So I'm just going to stamp that one up. Just check that that's all going to come out all right, which it does. Back a little bit later. I'm going to just put my card together. So I've already made that so that that's a very thin border for that card. I've used the black for the stamping on here because of the black of the outline here. I think otherwise I would probably have done it in a sort of pinky reddy colour to try and not be quite so stark. But I think it's okay to do it like that because I've got that border there. So let me just put that into position. So I'm just going to stick that on. Whoops. Giving that a very thin black border. If you give yourself too much of a border on this, I think you'll find that it's going to look a bit too sombre, whereas a very thin border will give you what I would consider to be a classy look, and that's what we're looking for. We want a bit of class in our life just at the moment. So we just stick that into position. And then from the back, you can see that that's all in there. And I'm going to add a little bit of tape, a little bit of foam tape to the back there so that that sits up very slightly as well. And we're very nearly there. You'll find all of the items that I'm showing here today are on the Facebook Live section of MaximumCrafts.com. So do go over and have a look if you fancy any of that. If it's the next item that I'm going to show you, that's actually in the sale. So that won't be in the Facebook Live bit. Okay, so now we've just got to put our beautiful rose. So I'm just going to put my rose into that corner. And I've cut out more than 2 or 3 roses, to be honest. And also 2 or 3 leaves, because I'm not quite sure how I want to position that. And like that. What do you think? I think that looks quite good. So we're going to go for that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue there. And then another little bit of glue. Whoops, just there. And then I could put some foam tape on straight down and pop that into the corner. I do apologise for this connection. I hope that it isn't too awful because it does keep freezing this end and we'll have a go. So this is our finished selection of what I've got here today, and just to recap with what I was using, which is for Butterflies Rose Bloom Stamp and Die, same collection, the Beautiful Butterflies Intricate Lace Frame. So that is our one card there that we're doing. So then the second article that I wanted to show you today is the Dot and Do kits. Now, one of my groups just recently that I would show you how to do them. And these are really, the ink pads, June, were the Harmony by Spectrum Noir, which I can get if anyone wants them. Just message me and I will get them. I have got all of those, actually. I don't know if they're on that set. So this is the Dot and Do. Now, they're on the sale today because I thought I would give you something nice and cheap and cheerful. The whole set is only $3.95. It gives you 3 cards in the finish. It will give you 3 envelopes, 3 cards, 3 decoupage sheets. Decoupage sheet with 3 things on there, and 3 of the do, and I just wanted to show you how to do them. So this is a finished one. I think you can probably see that it is peel-offs. I don't do peel-offs, but you know what? I found this really therapeutic. I didn't have to think about anything. It's all put on the patterns, and I'll show you what I mean. So in your set, you will get 3 different printed cards, and you can see all the different little patterns on there. And then you get your peel-off sheets. So they come first of all, okay, whoops, so they come like that, and they have a carrier sheet on them. So I found that the best way to actually do these is to take off the carrier sheet, because then I'm sure you'll agree you can actually see all those pieces a lot easier than if you were using them in any other way. So I've peeled off my carrier sheets, and I have got, obviously I've used some, so I have got those carrier sheets left there now. And you really need a special tool with them. Now, I've brought both, hope that you can see such a thing. Let me bring this up to show you. So this one here is an ordinary pokey tool, and it has got a fine point, and it would do. But to make life so much easier, I've also got on the sale site there this piercing tool, which is to do with the actual sets. It's an exceptionally fine point, more like a pin rather than an actual pokey tool. I found that when I've used the pokey tool, it doesn't pick them up so well, whereas this one does virtually every time, she says. So that's on the website there as well. So to do your card, you simply look at the patterns. So it's a little bit like a jigsaw puzzle. You look at your patterns, so let's go for those there, and you find where they are on your actual sheets, and you can see that that is the pattern that is. So you simply pick that up. Oh, I can't put my head right over it. And then put that into position over the top of where your pattern is on the actual printed thing, and let go. So you pick it up. Oh, I can't do it from where I'm sitting. I've got the camera in the way, and so I can't do it from where I'm sitting. So you pick them up, pop them over the picture, and just press down. Okay, so then you go round all with that one. And then when you look, you've got some of these little sort of eyebrow, half moon, crescent moon, whatever you'd like to say. So you can see that there isn't any of that size on that piece, so that's no good. And there is on this one. So this is the one that you would pick these up from there, and then just pop them into position over the top of all your thing. Now, it is fiddly, but it's surprisingly therapeutic, because you just don't have to think about it. They're all the right, you don't have to think about, well, what colour shall I use? Because that's what I thought it was at first. I thought it was a case of what colour shall I use? But actually, they all only fit over the right size and the right colour. It's all thought out for you. So if you're, obviously this is ideal. If you're someone sort of jigsaw puzzles, paint by numbers, anything like that, you might fancy having a go at this. It's ideal for a present for someone that's a crafty person, especially in this day and age where we're all trying to find something to do, but not quite sure what we want to do. So, you know, if you find that, instead of sending it to you, just pop a note on your order and I can do exactly that. So you can see I've finished my flower there. Now I've got one large dot, so I just need to check out which one has got the one large dot, and I think you find it's here. So I just pop them in the middle, and then I've got a little star there, so I just need to look to see where the stars are. But you'll find that star there is. So I just pick up one of those from my carrier sheet, and then I just pop him straight over the pattern that's there. So as you can see, you would go round and you would pick all those up, and gradually you make your pattern. So once you've done all that, you then have in your packs, so they are linen cards, so they're really good quality cards. They simply need to be folded in half. And we're imagining now, okay? We're imagining all of that. So that I've taken and already done one of my little decoupage butterflies and flowers. So as you can see, there's quite a lot of different choice. Sorry, Anne, I don't quite know why it keeps on flicking. I do think that if you watch this back, if you want to, that it won't be quite so bad. I'm sorry that it keeps coming and going. So that's just to show on the website, on the sale page, which is where you will find them, Do designs, they're called, and they are birds and flowers. Now, that's the only unfortunate thing. They are all different and they are at that price for you, and they are all absolutely different. So you will get a random amount. And you can't, unfortunately, say, I'll have that one that you've done there, because there might be one and there might be not. So I will do my best. They are all beautiful. They are all birds, flowers, butterflies based. And they are over on the sale for just $3.95 for what is a kit where you've got all of that. A pre-cut decoupage sheet, 4 sticker sheets, 3 cut cardstock sheets to make your cards up with, and it's also got another A4 sheet there if you to sort of do a bit of matte and layering if you want. 3 envelopes and 3 card templates, all for just $3.95. And I suggest that you treat yourself to one of the special pens as well. So the 2 cards then, I haven't stuck that one together, so I hope it doesn't all fall apart. The 2 cards, I've gone really pink today. The 2 cards that we've got there today, we've got the Crafter's Companion one, the beautiful butterflies, but I've gone on the rose side of it, and the Dot and Do kits, which are all butterflies and birds and flowers, but varying sorts. This one is over onto the Facebook Live section if you fancy having a go at that, and this one is on the sale as a special treat. I will put a link up for any of the ink pads if anyone would like those as well. Now, just to let you know that my next Facebook Live will be tomorrow, Easter Sunday at 11 o'clock, when I will be showing you the John Next Door we're going on tomorrow, all with the card itself and also with the flowers. The flowers that we're going to be using tomorrow, I want to show you how to make one flower look like 3 or 4 different types of flower, depending on how you fold them, how you cut them, what you do with them. They are just so versatile, and I can't wait to show you that one because it's such a pretty card. Not saying that these aren't pretty, because I think that they are as well, but I'm really looking forward to showing you that one, and that's going to be at 11 o'clock. If you can't see it then, if you do miss it, it will be on Facebook, on the Maximum Crafts Facebook page there, so you can always catch up with it. And all of the items that are on there will be on the Sunday special offer. So if you want any of those items that I show you tomorrow, we've got some super prices on those for a Sunday special. I will be also back on Monday morning. We will be here at 11 o'clock as well, showing you another super card. I'm not going to tell you what that is yet. I will tell you tomorrow. But that will be at 11 o'clock as well. And we will be continuing the sale, the Easter sale over on the website for the whole of the weekend. So I will be adding a few more bits as things sell out. I'll be adding another half a dozen or a dozen different items, which I think I'm going to have to do in a minute because I think there was very little left. So I'm just going to go over and add some more items on there. Don't forget the mystery parcels are all out. I think there might be a couple going still. And we've also got on Monday evening at 6 o'clock on TV, we've got John doing a one-day special there with his new die sets that are coming out on Monday evening Oh my goodness, what a wonderful weekend this is going to be. I do thank you all for joining me today. I do apologise if the signal was coming and going, but bear with me. We're always here, and sending you all lots of love, hoping you're all well. Leave in just a little while, and again, have a good weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.